Steve just had a sighting on the other side of the van, and he's not sure the direction it's traveling. Lots of bumps in the road. Our two guests from the UK. Good eye, mates. No, it's Australia too. It's August 21st, 2014, 6:25 p.m. We're here at Barb's, here at the cabin, and I'm setting up the thermal drop box. I got the power leads hooked up to the 12 volt sockets powering both the thermal and the mini DVR there. We're going to be hiking out here in a few minutes with this. I'll turn it on and start recording before we leave. That way all I have to do is drop the box. I did find a really good area to drop it, overlooking their gifting area, and we'll hope we get something tonight. You know, we don't have any malfunctions of the equipment, but we shouldn't. Everything's functioning right now. No rain in the forecast, although this is pretty watertight. But in the event it does rain, it's not a big deal. Alright, August 21st, 6:45 p.m. This is the main gifting stump that we're going to have. We got plenty of little snacks on there. Apples, you know, multi-grain bars, salmon in a can that's been opened, and there's a few more goodies over here in this stump. As soon as I can find it through my viewfinder. Right there, a little frog toy. And the thermal drop box is right there. I'll back up and you tell me if it's covert enough. I think so. Hope they don't mistake it for a food box. I verified it is recording, and I did walk it for scale. Obviously I'm standing here where the thermal's pointing. So anything shakes, we get it on video, we'll be able to do a size comparison. Since I'm 6 foot tall, Barb is 5'8", and we'll just hope they come. We're yelling out right now, let them know we're here. It's about an hour and a half till complete dark, maybe till it's almost dark. So they should be out and about soon. They do like to come out right at dusk, because that's when the deer and elk are starting to stir. So that doesn't mean they're going to be here then, but we're hoping. Alright, sign off for now.
There was
August 22nd, 2014, it's 10 a.m. Really good news. Out by the the gifting stump where we left the thermal, and the stump has been hit. The stump is completely cleaned out. Do you remember yesterday that we had apples and granola bars and things like that? They never like the canned peaches, from what I'm told by Barb. There's the remnants of the salmon, and here is a open wrapper from one of the granola bars. We'll have a look at it and see if it was chewed open or torn open. Well, it's hard to say. Not a CSI kind of guy. Could have been chewed open by rodents or torn open. It's really hard to say. But there's more wrapper down there. And the thermal. We'll come back to the area here in a second. Oh yeah, the bucket's been hit too. Oh, the bucket's been hit. And hopefully whatever it was did it all right in front of that guy. Ha ha! I'm kind of pumped up. I'm hoping I had no technical difficulties with that setup. There's another jar over there. Come on down. We'll look through everything. Okay, back again. There's the salmon, and the can appears to be empty. More remnants of the wrappers. I'm going to go over and make sure the thermal.
Oh, this one almost looks more like raccoon.
Yeah, that one's been torn up a little bit. But
Normally they take them and leave them in a pile.
here's the cookies. Now, was there anything under the bucket?
Not sure. I'm sure he put something under there, but
He had a rock over it, right?
Yeah, the rock was on top of it.
So something moved that big 5-pound rock.
Yeah, and I left. I believe I left something on the log here on the front.
Get Gabby. All right, we're gonna make sure. All right, please be still recording. All right, we still have power to this. And
I would turn around so fast.
where is...
Pretty big hole there.
Ooh, I think we found a Bigfoot track. Huge.
For some reason, I can't get the screen to come on.
No.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
It's still got power to it.
We found a Bigfoot track, we think.
Well, it's something. I can't say it's a Bigfoot track, but something
looks
big
like
stuff
it.
there.
And the camera's still on. The camera's still on. Just trying to wonder, I don't know if it's recorded and it's full or what, but would still... Alright, I'm going to turn this camera off and figure this out. Once you verify, I'm going to hit record. It's going to go from green. Right now it's being blocked, but green. So you got to hold it down.
To red.
To red. And it's got to count down. Okay. And nothing's been touched. Oh no, it has, because the... Correct. The right. Oh, it fell over. It was knocked over. A whole thing of peaches or whatever the hell it is. Salmon can hasn't been touched. Oh yeah, they've upended the rock with the bucket. So it's definitely been. And I don't know what they put under there. The cookies, they never take the cookies, but they upended the rock. That must have been what they put under there. And that's the.
Where was the frog?
It was on top of the bucket. Okay. So this was the rock they would have had to knock over. That's pretty darn heavy for even a raccoon. Yeah. Not saying they couldn't tip it, but and something knocked over the jar. So there's the camera. So let's open it up and let's think negative vibes. So it couldn't be nothing but positive.
Let's fall down.
Okay, looks like okay, power expired, which doesn't surprise me since it's been how many hours?
Well, 12 would have been 5 and 1.
So
4.
I'm not surprised the power's dead on this thing, because it was only at 12.6 volts when we dropped it, as opposed to 12.8. 12.8 would have lasted a lot longer. Anyway, I'm not surprised the power's dead. On the battery, yep, it's completely dead. So I'm still confident something's been recorded on it though.
Take it back to the lab.
We'll take it back to CSI WASRT CSI Raven. Alright, I'm back home now. Lessons learned from the video about the thermal drop box. When we initially dropped it, the battery was fully charged, and keep in mind the battery I selected was a small tractor battery, 12 volts, hooked up to a 12 volt adapter sockets and what have you to charge, to power up all the equipment. It was not a deep cycle battery. I can't find a small deep cycle battery that doesn't weigh a lot. Because remember, we have to hump this thing into the woods to the spot that we have to drop it. So I was looking for a small battery that would record, you know, all the way through the night. When it's fully charged, it's fine as long as the DVR doesn't lock up. It will function all night and record video. So the problem we had the first time the DVR malfunctioned, I don't know why. This has 2.9 gigabytes of data on it. I tried everything that I knew. I even went into Windows Explorer on the drive, and I went in and told it to show hidden files. And what that did is just it erased the menu. It won't even show the AVI file anymore, just blank. It will show that it still has data on it under properties, but it doesn't have the submenu or anything left on it after I did that. I'm not sure why, but there's still 2.9 gigabytes of data on here. I'm hoping to recover. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. The second night we deployed it, I had it on a charger for 5 or 6 hours, and then we needed to put it out before it got too close to dark. And when I threw a meter on it, it said 12.6 volts, which is very optimistic because those of you who charge a lot of batteries know when it's fresh off the charger, it's going to read high. When the battery settles, it was probably much lower than that, unfortunately, but we figured we'd have enough of a charge to record through the bewitching hours, which is basically after midnight till 3 in the morning. Was probably the target time that we were hoping it was going to last, and as you see, it didn't last that long. It didn't even last till 10 p.m. I don't think. So if any of you have any ideas how to recover data from a card like this, obviously the DVR malfunctioned. It never finalized the file, therefore made it to where it was unable to actually open as a video file. So lessons learned: if we're going to redeploy it, we have to make sure the battery's fully charged, and that takes time. And we just happened to be in an area at Barb's cabin where we had access to a outlet to plug it in to recharge it. Otherwise, if we go really remote, it'll have a full charge when we get out there. It's only going to be good for one night. So we're constantly, you know, learning from our mistakes and learning from the limitations of our equipment. So I hope you enjoy the video. See you next time.